Yep, that's the full title of the video. Bios, tapes, and the secret room. Alright, I'm ready. Hey guys, we're back. Batman, return to Arkham Asylum. And this be the final video. I'm sorry if you can hear noise in the background, that's our neighbours. Or my neighbours technically, but oh well. And they're enjoying the silence and I can't really put up with them that way. So, yes. So, if that gets bothering at some points, tell me in the comments, just let me know. Hello, welcome to the live stream. This is the last Batman Return to Arkham video on Arkham Asylum. And it's time for me to do an analysis on the bios, the tapes, and of course I just blew up the secret room, so that's in there too. So, with that being said, I will start things off by going towards the bios. Now the way this is going to work is I'm going to start off with the tapes, and then I'll do character bios. And from my knowledge of these characters, we have Joker has tapes, Crocus has Poison Ivy, Scarecrow, and of course nowadays Arkham if you count that, but I'm not going to count that as tapes, as it's more of a diary record thing. So in that case, let's start off with the Joker. And with that said, and we can start off with those patient interview tapes. Play tape.
Take patient interview. Subject has no recorded name. Alias listed as the Joker. In the room is Warden Sharp and myself, Dr. Young.
Is this another one of those boring psych evaluation tests?
No, it's not. So, you're the famous Joker.
In the flesh. So, Doc, do you want me to look at the ink blots again? The first one is a kitten I had when I was a child. The second is, let's see, a dead elephant. The third is a...
Now let's skip the jokes.
Skip the jokes? Hey, Sharpie, didn't she get my permanent record? Be quiet, clown.
Every doctor that has ever interviewed you claims a different type of psychosis. Everything from multiple personality disorders to, well, the list is endless.
I do my best.
Well, I don't believe it. Anything can be cured given the correct treatment.
And you think you can cure me?
Oh, I know I can.
She has confidence, doesn't she, Penelope Young? Now I'm sorry if there's no subtitles, I can't do anything about that, I've tried. But we're going to move on to patient interview 17, July 27th.
Take patient interview 17. Joker remains uncooperative. My earlier diagnosis remains true. I believe he enjoys his persona too much.
What's up, Doc?
Today I thought we'd try something different.
Oh, you make me blush, Doc. I have a girlfriend.
Dr. Quinn's out. I know. See the tapes. I saw what happened.
What can I say? I'm a charmer.
Anyway, I thought it would be good to talk about your childhood.
Oh, ever heard of romance, Doc? I don't give up the goods for free. You'll have to try harder.
What are you hiding?
Didn't you hear me? You scratched my back, Doc, and, well, I won't have you wrapped in plastic and left in a gutter.
So far so good. Patient interview 20, August 1st.
Take patient interview 20. Joker is more interesting than I originally believed. When Project Titan is operational, I believe Joker will be the perfect test subject. Good afternoon. Today I thought I'd skip back to our previous conversations about your family.
Of course. I was born in a small fishing village. I always wanted to join the circus, but my father wouldn't really let me.
I don't believe you.
My father was a cop. 1 week from retirement with a mob.
I've seen the movie. What are you scared of?
Scared?
Yes, scared. There's obviously something. Something that made you what you are.
What if I'm too scared to remember? It hurts too much.
Then I can help you.
That was a good one. Case study notes, December 22nd.
These are the private notes of Dr. Young. Titan is a success. Even my funding worries have been solved after the unexpected donations from Mr. White. Joker has also shown a remarkable interest in the possibility of a cure. Once the protein bonding process is finalized, I will...
Dr. Young, you ready?
Oh, yes, come in.
You'll hurt my feelings, Doc, keeping me waiting like that.
Sit down. You can leave us.
Case study notes, December 23rd.
I've been a fool. Joker was behind it all. He's Jack White. He gave me the money, pulled the strings to release Bane. How could I not have seen it? He's been blackmailing me. He has a crazy plan to create an army of monsters. I want out, but... Hello? Hello? Dr. Young's office.
Please hold for Mr. White.
What?
Hello, Doc. We need to talk.
I'm not doing it, Joker. Do you hear me? Wait. How did you get access to a phone?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Doc. I'm a split. I hate small, confined spaces. Remind me
Oh, hello,
of
Noah.
childhood.
Another lie?
No, I certainly don't. But let's not get distracted with details. So, anyway, I want my monsters.
I sent you back the money. I don't want it.
Do I look like I care about money? I just want my monsters, Doc. And if you don't give them to me, well then, it won't be funny.
I'm trying not to answer comments while these tapes are playing. That'd be a bit hard for you to focus on them. But that said, we're moving on to the next character with patient interview tapes, and that would be Killer Croc. So let's move on to him. Ready for the patient interview tapes? Patient interview number 1, February 12th.
Is he here yet? You're kidding me, right? That thing's not a man. My God!
Hello. My name is Dr. Gretchen Whistler. You understand me?
Yeah, I hear you, bitch. So when's dinner? I'm getting hungry.
Oh, you're playing Batman on, is that the, on what console are you playing it on, Noah? Patient interview number 2, February 17th, and play.
Taped patient session 2. Patient name Waylon Jones, a.k.a. Killer Croc.
So, is this the part where you try and reason with me? Find out why I did it, Doc.
We're here to help you, Mr. Jones.
You got a cure for me then, Doc? Can you make me normal?
Normal is a poor choice of words. No one is really normal, are they?
Figured as much. So, how about this, Doc? You let me go now, and I won't eat you.
You don't really eat people. It's just an urban myth.
Oh, you think? Keep believing that, Doc.
Okay, PS3 is a good console. I actually have one now, and they're very hard to find now because they're in production. So keep that PS3 around as long as you can. Patient interview number 5, February 25th, and play.
Sit down and shut up!
You think I'm scared of you, Cash? I've got your scent. You're
And I've got yours too. Know what? It's thick. Carry on, Doc.
Please don't do that again, Mr. Cash. It's not helping. I'm sorry about that. What can we do if you insist on hospitalizing 3 dogs?
strap on whatever you like, Doc. This thing just tickles. I'm happy to wait here. Wait for the bat. He'll be back, and I'll kill him. Then Cash. Then you.
In your dream. Now get up. Now.
I hold it on that tape for quite some time. Alright, let's move on to patient interview number 6, February 26th.
Patient interview, Waylon Jones. Progress has been slow. What happened back in that house?
Just business.
Business? What kind of business practices result in a house full of mutilated corpses?
I don't like having my time wasted. Someone doesn't pay. They need a lesson. They owed me.
So you killed them. 4 of their bodies. The police never found all the pieces.
They should have looked in the sewers.
Are you saying you hid them there?
And of course, the last of the tapes. Patient interview number 7, February 29th. And I believe... Here we go.
Patient interview. Waylon Jones, a.k.a. Killer Croc. Last night, the patient was pacified after a breakout attempt. Gardier Cash is in hospital. Reports state that the patient attacked Cash and in the struggle consumed his left hand. Cash is lucky to be alive. He lost a lot of blood.
Me too. I nearly choked on that bony hand of his.
That's disgusting. He could have died.
He's just food to me. And once I get a taste, I want the rest of the meal. You know, Andy.
Get him out of here. Now.
Got your scent too, lady. I'll see you around. Tick tock, tick tock.
It's funny how they had that idea with, like, similar to Peter Pan, with the Pan throwing a hand from Hook, Pan throwing Hook's hand to a crocodile, and now they did it with Arkham with the same thing, only a bit more twisted. It's a nice concept. They paid off. I didn't get the joke until a few times. But moving on that, we have to go with Harley Quinn. So, let's just scroll onto her tapes and begin. Employeration, I hope that's pronounced right, March 3rd.
Harleen Quinzel,
Call me Harley. Everyone does.
I'm surprised you want to intern here at Arkham.
I've always had a thing for extreme personalities. You can't deny there's an element of glamour to these super criminals.
I'll warn you right now, these are hardcore psychotics. Most would rather kill you than speak to you.
I'm sure I'll be fine, Doctor.
They'll eat you for breakfast. I mean it. 1 or 2 of them will enjoy it too. Be careful.
Patient interview number 1, March 3rd. I wonder who her patient is.
Patient interview number 1.
So I'm your first, am I, Tubbs? You know what they say, you never forget your first time. I'll try to make it memorable for you.
Oh, you already have. Tell me, why do you do the things you do?
Why do you think I do it?
Fame, notoriety, a desire to stand out from the crowd, a wicked sense of humor.
You're good. How did you figure me out, Doc? I've had doctors poking around in here for years, and no one was as astute, and if you don't mind my saying, beautiful as you.
Really? Ah, you're just playing with me.
Well, you'll never know, will you? Unless...
Unless what? Tell me.
And there it is. Patient interview number 2, March 4th. And go.
Care to tell me how these got in my office?
Simple, really. I put them there. Why? You don't like flowers?
I think the guards would be interested to know you've been out of your cell.
Oh, if you really were going to tell, you already would have.
How do you know I haven't already?
Oh, sweet. I like you. I really do. Even your name. Rework it a bit and we get...
Harley Quinn, like the clown. I know, I've heard it before.
It's a name that puts a smile on my face. It makes me think there's someone here I can relate to. Someone who might like to hear my secrets.
Really? Go on.
Not here, my dear. Too many ears and eyes. Come back tonight. I'll be ready for you.
Ah, yes, the old charmy. Hello, Phoenix. Oh, I'm serious. That's exactly how I viewed them and redefined some of them themselves. Oh, good lunch for you. Titan containers are awesome. Go for that. Go for it, Noah. Alright, patient interview number 4, March 6th, and play.
He's crazy, you know.
Who? Batman?
No, Santa Claus. Of course, Batman. Always Batman. I've seen it in his eyes. Screaming. sweets. Batman knows we're all on the same funhouse slide into madness. Why won't he admit it? He's up there in his belfry laughing at us. And the real gag is the miserable liar is allowed to run free while I'm in here.
That's really incisive.
Then you understand, don't you? You know why I do what I have to do. You know Gotham's only real savior is me.
And with that, we have patient interview number 11, April 1st.
I got what you wanted.
You did? How did you smuggle it in? Actually, I don't want to know. So you ready to stop that evil, murdering bat once and for all?
Of course I am. He needs to pay for what he's done to you.
Give it here then, quickly. Come on, Doc. We've got ourselves a bat to kill.
Doc's outfooted. Say hello to your new and improved Harley Quinn.
Interesting, eh? And now we move on to the next character interview tapes. I think it's the Riddler. Is it the Riddler? No, it's the Riddler. Yeah, right. Riddler it is. I think I've heard the first tape so many times with the baby thing. But let's get it out of the way. Patient interview number 21, May 27th.
Patient interview 21. Patient's name is Edward Nigma, also known as the Riddler. So, Edward, Warden Sharp tells me you've been leaving threatening riddles scrawled on the asylum walls. Again.
One would have to be severely paranoid to read threats into harmless riddles, Dr. Young. May I test you with one?
Very well.
What is it that walks on 4 legs, then 2 legs, and finally 3 legs?
A human being. As a baby, it crawls on 4 legs. As an adult, it walks on 2. And in later years, it uses a cane.
Good try. But the answer to all 3 is a baby. True, it crawls on all 4s, but cut off its legs and it can only wiggle on 2 limbs. Give it a crutch, it can hobble around on 3. You see?
It's horrible. How can you even joke about that?
Easily, Doctor. It's not my baby.
Okay, patient interview number 39, July 29th. Play.
Taped interview 39. Patient's name is Edward Nigma. At this point in time, I've yet to decide if Mr. Nigma is a suitable candidate for the Titan process. I'd like to talk about your childhood.
Miserable. Next.
By all accounts, that is where your fascination with riddles began. I believe discussing those years could explain your compulsive behavior.
Very well. My father hated me. Always called me a moron.
I see.
I was determined to prove him wrong, so I entered a contest in school. A $20 prize to the kid who could figure out an almost impossible logic problem. I won, of course.
And that pleased your father?
Hardly. He was convinced I had cheated. He kept yelling, "You must have cheated! Admit it, you moron! You cheated!" I swore I didn't, and he hit me for lying.
I'm sorry to hear that, Edward.
Don't be. He was right.
I wonder how many of these tapes are true. For certain characters like the Joker, you know he's lying, or maybe he's not. But he's unsure. But with the other ones, I can't really tell. I think that one is a bit true. So maybe give me your opinions on who you think, which tapes are, true or not true on the characters. Right. How am I? I'm doing good. You keep playing Arkham City if you're going for it. I know you're here too. Alright, patient interview 44, August 21st, and play.
Patient interview 44. This is yet another interview with Edward Nigma. I've yet to make up my mind whether he's a genius or just deluded. Whichever one he is, just being in his company is both irritating and exhausting.
Hello, Miss Young. You look tired. Anything you need my help with?
No, thank you, Edward. I am here to help you. We all are.
Forgive my arrogance, Doctor, but if you think I need your help, well, you're in the right place.
Let's look at it a different way. Throughout your career, you have specialized in bizarre traps and convoluted clues that more often than not result in the death of the unfortunate participants.
And if the citizens of Gotham were smarter, my games would be merely an amusing diversion.
Instead of death traps.
You really should be thanking me. Weeding out the ignorant, the stupid, the useless. But don't worry, I'm sure you would survive. What a lovely photo on your desk, Doctor. Your family? Mother, perhaps.
Put that down. Get out. Guard!
Patient interview 55, October 4th.
Let's discuss your obsession with Batman.
Hardly an obsession, Miss Young. I simply feel an obligation to expose him.
You know who he is?
More important, I know what he is.
What do you mean?
It's obvious. The mask, the weapons, the scare tactics. He's a criminal. No different than Joker, Two-Face, or myself.
Most people consider him a hero.
Most people are idiots. They can't see Batman for the villain he is. Riddle me this. How did he get his car and his gadgets?
I don't...
With money stolen from the criminals he defeats. Why does Gordon turn a blind eye to his antics? Batman bribes him. The answers are right in front of your stupid, gawking face.
Eddie, please, calm down.
Wake up, Gotham! No sane, law-abiding man does those things. No one's that selfless. Batman is as vile as they come.
Security! Security!
Hello, Spider Gatter. Welcome. I'm just doing the interview tapes on, well, you know what, read the title. So I hope you enjoy them, and give your opinions if there's if you think some of these are true or not true, and that was a go. Anyway, last one on the Riddler, patient interview number 76, January 16th, and go.
This is my final interview with Edward. I have gone as far as I can. I can no longer tolerate his mood swings and tantrums. I have more important work to be getting on with. He will be transferred to Dr. Weasley's care as of next week.
Good morning, Doctor. How are you today?
Fine, thank you, Edward. You're in a good mood.
I'm always in rare spirits when I'm about to be released.
Edward, you know you don't come up for parole for another 3 years.
First thing I'll do is have dinner at that Italian place on 19th Street.
Seriously, Edward.
I only hope Joker hasn't completely trashed the city. Oh well, I'm sure I'll find out soon enough.
Wait, have you been in contact with the Joker? He escaped Arkham weeks ago.
And yet, one hears things.
What things? What have you heard?
Oh, something about a surprise party for Batman. I forget the rest. You know Joker. Yeah.
Edward, if you know anything, you've got to tell me. Lives could be at stake. What did Joker say?
You forget, Doctor. I'm the one who asks the riddles.
That was a good ending for the Riddler. Yeah, fuck the Riddler. He is annoying in every other games, but it makes you more satisfying to punch the living snot out of him. Hello, Pedro. Look at you. Oh, you're fighting the Joker. Beat the crap out of him then. Alright. Now I must move on. Oh yeah. I am now on Victor Zsasz. Or why is it called Mr. Zsasz? Oh, whatever. That is actually great identity. Okay, patient interviews. Patient interview number 1, November 4th.
Taped patient evaluation 1. Patient name is Victor Zsasz. Diagnosed clinically insane after the murder of at least 20 women in the Gotham area. Hello, Victor. I'm Dr. Cassidy. Seeing as this is our first session, let's spend some time getting to know each other.
I don't need to know you, Miss Cassidy. Everything is new.
Don't you think that's a very negative outlook on life, Victor?
You've no doubt read my file.
Yes, I have. It says you come from a wealthy family, that your parents died, how you lost all the money gambling.
And none of it matters.
Why do you keep saying that, Victor?
Because the only thing that does matter is the mark. Have you seen my work, Miss Cassidy?
If you're referring to the marks on your...
Of course I mean my Italian marks. And I have a space for yours. Do you want to see where?
Patient interview number 5, November 19th.
Taped patient evaluation 5. Victor is not responding well to treatment. Victor, yesterday we spoke about the people you killed.
Ah, the zombies.
They are all people, Victor.
They are zombies. Continuously shuffling through the daily grind, waiting for someone to liberate them.
You mean kill them? The police report states that you've murdered, or liberated, if you like, 20 young women in the last 3 months. Each had her throat slit and was left posed.
They were all lucky to be chosen to receive my gift.
I doubt they would agree with you.
Really? How about you, Miss Cassidy? As you take the elevator to your apartment each night, open the 6 locks to apartment 433. Remember you forgot to buy your cat food. Again,
How do you know
as
where
you sit down on your favorite red chair, cat on lap, just waiting for something to happen. I can make it happen, Sarah. I am your salvation.
Patient interview number 1, November 22nd.
Patient's name is Victor Saz. For the record, the patient has transferred from Dr. Cassidy, who is on leave after the incident last week. Hello, Victor. Please take a seat. Guards, you can leave us.
Sorry, Doctor. Warden's orders. I can't leave you alone with him.
I understand. Hello, Victor. How are you feeling today? Victor, I can't help you if you don't speak.
Depressed. Does that help you? Can you get into my mind, Doctor?
Why depressed?
I'm just thinking about the one that got away. The one I chose. I needed the mark. I want the mark.
Probably talking about Cassidy. Patient interview number 4, December 12th.
Victor has been more subdued recently. Response to medication has been poor.
Gotcha.
Hello, Victor. Is there anything you'd like to talk about today? Victor! This is going nowhere. Guard! Get him out of here!
You heard the doctor. Get out. Didn't you hear me? He's got a knife! Get a trike in him! Get a trike in him! Oh, God! He's on Bill! He's cutting him! Get him off! Get him off! We need help here!
I know it's Father's Day. If you're playing Arkham City, have you been to see the Calendar Man? You should do that while you have the chance. So, whatever you're doing, go to the Calendar Man if you haven't, and do it while it goes, you know. I've already done mine. Case study notes, December 22nd. So, if you haven't done it, Noah, go and see the Calendar Man on his Father's Day. And play.
Victor has been in isolation since the attack on the guard last week. As I wait for him to be brought up to me, I have had time to review his notes. I am increasingly worried he cannot be cured. He has no empathy for his victims. Deep down, I believe he views all of us as potential victims.
Doc, are you okay?
What's happening?
It's Zaz. He broke out of isolation. He's gone.
Oh, God!
Don't worry, Doc. You're in the safest place. He's definitely left the island.
Of course. But someone needs to alert the authorities. He'll need to kill again. Do you understand me? Needs to. Oh, no. He's gone after Dr. Cassidy.
Hello?
Sarah, it's Gretchen. Listen to me.
Hold on. There's someone at the door.
Sarah, do not answer the door. Can you hear me? Do not answer the door. It says he's free.
Why don't I play the game? Because I've already played the game, mate. It's 100% now. This is the last video of Ark Return to Arkham Asylum. Look at the playlist, it's all there, mate. That's why we're celebrating with this. Alright, next character. Poison Ivy. This is one of my favourite interview tapes. She's one of my favourite ones anyway. Alright, let's get to her interview tapes. Patient interview. Yeah, it's okay, mate. Patient interview number 41. November 12th. Let's go.
Patient interview. Pamela Lillian Isley, November 12th, 11:33 a.m. Good morning, Pamela.
special day.
What do you mean?
This is the anniversary of my new life. When I found my true self, my destiny.
Are you referring to the event with Dr. Woodrow?
Yes, what else? Of course at the time I thought Jason had poisoned me. But in retrospect, he did me a huge favor.
And why do you believe what he did has helped you?
He showed me the bigger world. A world I should protect. Of course my first offer was rejected.
Offer? You tried to kill everyone in Gotham.
Well, sometimes you need to prove back hard in order to make something flourish.
Patient interview 42, November 14th. Before I start this, I think I like Ivy when her skin's more like this sort of colour. It's not too green, it's not too humany, but it fits. And go.
Patient interview, Pamela Lillian Isley, November 14th, 10:21 a.m. Hello, Pamela. Today I'd like to go back to something you said in our last conversation.
Ask me anything you like.
You said your first offer to help Gotham was rejected. How can you possibly believe that?
What do you mean?
You released thousands of poisonous spores into Gotham, killed hundreds of people. How does that help anybody?
I'm not interested in bodies, Doctor. Horrible, fleshy sacks walking around destroying my poor babies with their greed and arrogance.
But aren't you one of those fleshy sacks? Were a doctor too. How can you turn your back on us?
Quite easily as it happens. But not you, Stephen. You're different. I feel we have a connection.
Really? You do?
Of course.
It's also ironic that I'm finishing this game on Father's Day because I began Arkham Knight walkthrough on Father's Day, and this is the second Father's Day now that since my dad has passed away. Yeah, it is a bit upsetting, but oh well. What a crazy world I live in, eh? Patient interview 43, November 15th.
Pamela, I got you what you asked for. Do you like it?
Oh yes, Stephen, I love it. Such a beautiful flower. Do you mind if I keep it?
Oh, no, Pamela, I can't leave it. It's against all the rules. I'll just bring it and show it to you when I visit.
But it's me, Stephen. I get so lonely on my own. You wouldn't want me to be lonely, would you?
No, of course not. Keep it. Just don't let anyone see. Really. No one.
You can trust me, Stephen. Thank you. Now give me a kiss.
I can't. People will see.
No one's watching. What's wrong with you? Don't you love me? Call me Ivy.
Of course I love you.
Of course I have returned to Arkham City. They come in the double pack, don't they? You get both games for the price of one. It's all the same there. And of course, patient interrogation number 1, November 17th.
Where is Dr. Kellerman?
How should I know, Warden? It does seem careless of you to have lost him.
I have no time for your games, Miss Isley. Tell me where you have him. We have security footage of you and him leaving your cell last night.
So,
Do I need to spell it out? We know you hypnotized him, or whatever it is you do. We know you took him somewhere, but conveniently, security cameras across the island were mysteriously covered by leaves and flowers including him. Now tell me what he is.
I'm not saying a word unless you do exactly what I tell you.
Patient interrogation number 3, November 18th.
We found him, no thanks to you. The poor man could have died.
So,
He has a wife, a child.
as do the plants he travels underfoot. The spores he breathes in and destroys have children. Why does he deserve anything more than them? You people ignore what is happening in front of your eyes.
I refuse to put the welfare of plants before the welfare of people.
And that is why you will lose. There's more happening than you know, Warden. It's all connected.
I like that line. I prefer to put the welfare of plants with the welfare of people. I guess it makes the Gotham look like dicks to plants. In a way. Right, next is Scarecrow. The interesting thing about Scarecrow, from what I'm told, is that his interview tapes are of 2 doctors. One is by Dr. Murphy and the other one is Dr. Holmes. And I believe Dr. Murphy, I think he's the one, yeah. Dr. Murphy, who played him in Batman, there's an actor called something Murphy who plays him in Batman Begins, and there's an actor, the voice actor, Mr. Combs plays him in the animated series, so that's cool, interest. Patient interview number 1, January 7th.
Patient interview 1. Patient was referred to me after the incident with Dr. Murphy. He appears to have suffered a breakdown of sorts. I believe it was brought about after the loss of his wife and child. As yet, the patient has been unable to speak. Continued observation shows little mental activity. It's as if the shock of what he saw triggered his mental collapse.
There's someone in here! Tim, we found him! Break down the door!
Note to self, as ever, it is difficult to continue my research under such conditions.
Step away from Dr. Combs! Now! Get down on the ground! We found him. Oh, God, what's he done to him?
It is really hard to figure out which voice is Scarecrow's. Patient interview number 6, January 22nd.
Patient interview 6. Dr. Crane has been back in custody for 3 weeks. Regular sessions have been inconclusive. I am not sure he is actually insane.
Good evening, Stephen. How are you tonight?
I'm conducting the session, Jonathan.
Of course. If that helps you cope, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Let's talk about the events 3 weeks ago. What did you think you'd achieve? Dr. Murphy is still in therapy.
I wanted to understand him, his personal demons, his fears. It's all quite fascinating, really.
But you were a respected doctor. A brilliant mind. Now just another resident in Arkham.
Can I have a drink? A strong one? This kind of question bores me.
I'm afraid not.
Interesting choice of words, Doctor. Tell me, what are you afraid of?
Patient interview number 9, January 29th.
Patient interview 9. Dr. Crane continues to evade questions. I believe he is quite sane, just evil. He takes no interest in the people he has hurt. His research appears to be the only motivating factor in his life. What is it about fear that drives your obsession?
Fear drives everything, Stephen. Everything. Your life is governed by fear. Every decision you make is a product of that fear.
Don't be ridiculous.
You married your wife, Margaret, isn't it? Because you were scared of dying alone. You have children because you're scared of leaving nothing behind that really matters. You go to the doctors because you're scared of dying. Do I need to go on?
No. I think that will be all for today. Guards?
Patient interview number 12, February 14th.
Today I have another interview with Crane. I cannot say I am looking forward to it. I've been feeling anxious. I don't like to admit it, but I think he's getting to me.
How are you today?
I keep telling you, this is my session.
It was your session, Doctor, but not anymore.
Are you okay, Doc?
I think... Yes,
Oh, he's fine. Just questioning his grip on reality. You should be doing the same any second.
What? Is that you?
Wait, what are you doing?
Get off of me.
Help! I need help here! I can't breathe!
Like I said, you're all part of my experiment now.
Yep, full on Scarecrow. Asylum interview number 1, February 14th.
Asylum interview 1. My experiment is underway. Working alone, I have created my ultimate fear gas. Its potency, a revelation.
They're all over me! Daddy. Don't do it!
Good boy, good boy, good boy. I have pumped enough gas into the liminal center to break 100 minds. But you know,
once again, Batman shows how badass he is. I think that's all the interviews. Yes, it is. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna leave Amadeus Arkham stuff to last. Yep, I'm gonna do that. And then I'll just do everyone else. So here we go. Time for my test of reading. Don't know why they did Batman and Bruce together, but oh well. Here we go. And number 1 is Batman. Story. When his parents were gunned down in front of him, young Bruce Wayne resolved to rid Gotham City of the criminal element that took their lives. He trained extensively to achieve mental and physical perfection, in addition to mastering martial arts, detective techniques, and criminal psychology. Dressing as a bat to prey on criminal minds' fears, Batman fights crime with the aid of specialized gadgets and vehicles, operating out of his secret Batcave below Wayne Manor. Facts. Real name, Bruce Wayne. Occupation, CEO and philanthropist. Base of operations at Gotham City, of course. Blue eyes are blue, hair is black, 6 foot 2 inches. Weight is 210 pounds. And first appearance in Detective Comics, number 27, May 1939. And look at that badass picture. Attributes. Trained to physical and mental peak. Arsenal of gadgets, vehicles, and advanced technology. Okay. Inventor, detective, genius level intellect, take how you like. Expert in most known forms of martial arts. I think he's all. Trained in all aspects of criminology, mastery of the physical sciences, computer expert, master of disguise, photographic memory, trained in stealth and espionage techniques, and expert escape artist. Yeah, that's Batman. Moving on to Mr. J. Story. An insanely homicidal supervillain, the Joker's white skin, green hair, and blood-red lips belly the chaotic nature underlying his cartoonish appearance. The self-styled clown prince of crime has no superpowers beyond a capacity for incredible violence and a skill of creating deadly mayhem. He frequently concocts elaborate schemes to entrap his arch-nemesis, the Batman. Real name unknown. Take how you like. You can maybe Jack Napier. It's up to you. Or if you want to say Jack White, if you want to say anything else. But looks like Jack might be his first name, but who knows. Occupation, professional criminal. Base of operations, Gotham City. Eyes are green. Hair is green. Height 6 feet. Weight 160 pounds. And first appearance is Batman in spring 1940. That's Batman number 1, by the way. Attributes. Unrepentant homicidal maniac. LB without precise physiological diagnosis. Surprisingly a strong hand-to-hand combatant. Yeah, he is good at that at times. His past is unknown. Conflicting, unconfirmed. Reports state that he was a failed comedian, a petty thief, and a broken family man. Employees of various deadly weapons, often based on party-gagged items, and frequently uses a toxin that stretches victim's face into a Joker-like grin and causes death. Whew. Next is Warden Sharp, or in future terms, Mayor Quincy Sharp. Quincy Sharp has been running Arkham Asylum for the past 3 years and has dedicated his life to restoring the sanity to the so-called supervillains that plague Gotham City. He is currently campaigning to become the next mayor of Gotham, which he does. To facilitate the campaign, he has instigated and strengthened new security and experiment research policies at Arkham. Fact. Real name Quincy Sharp. Occupation Warden of Arkham Asylum. Base of operations Gotham City. Eyes are blue. Hair is grey. Height 5 feet 2 inches. Weight 190 pounds. First appearance Batman Arkham Asylum, and came out in the summer 2009, and it was an awesome game. Attributes. Intense dedication to cleaning up Arkham. Right. Pompous and old-fashioned demeanor with a focus of his own politic aspirations. Contempt for Arkham inmates and disinterest in their specifics of their treatment masks a cowardly nature. Yeah, sorry if I'm not doing these well, it's just that my English isn't... how should I put it? I put it on a scale of 70 out of 100%, but it's a decent, level. Let's just check the comments if I'm doing well. Okay, Killer Croc, let's get on with it. Should have brought some more on me. Well, story. Born with a rare mutation that made his skin green with scaly and grew his body to a grotesque proportions. Waylon Jones was raised by an alcoholic aunt and bullied relentlessly for his appearance. He briefly worked on a carnival freak under the name of Killer Croc, but his oh my god, there's a noise in the background. There's like a lawnmower. Misanthropy grew as did his bestial nature, pushing him into the life of crime. As his physical condition and mental state deteriorate, Killer Croc became a more bestial foe, increasingly detached from humanity. Facts: real name Waylon Jones, alligator, wrestler, gangster, and murderer. Alright. Base of operations, mobile, he goes anywhere he likes. Eyes are yellow, hair is none. Height is 11 feet, wow. Weight 480 pounds. First appearance, Batman, number 357, January 1984. Attributes: Killer Croc has incredible thick, tough skin, razor sharp teeth and claws. Hello, Gabriel. Very sharp teeth and claws. An expert wrestler, has strength and stamina are near superhuman level, heightened senses and extremely fast reflexes, able to survive in water for extended periods of time, and intense hatred of humanity. Who can blame him? I guess it's similar to Poison Ivy when we get to her. Harley Quinn. Story. An Arkham Asylum psychiatrist assigned to treat the Joker, Dr. Harley Quinzel instead became obsessively fixated on her patient, believing herself to be in love with him. She helped him escape confinement and took on her own criminal identity as Harley Quinn. Quinn is a violent and unpredictable felon whose only motivation beyond the general mayhem is achieving the Joker's approval. Because of this cruel and mercurial nature, this in some ways makes her just another one of his victims, albeit a very dangerous one. Yeah, you feel sorry for her. Dr. Harley Quinzel, real name. Occupation, professional criminal, really. Base of operations, Gotham City. Eyes are blue, hair is blonde. Height 5 foot 7 inches, and weight is 140 pounds. Batman, first appearance, Batman. Harley Quinn, number 1, October 1999. Yeah, because they have the animated series first, and then there were the comics. Hey, what's up? I'm just wrapping up on Arkham Asylum. I'm just doing the interviews, and but it'll be all... Did I do interviews? No, I didn't. Surprising strength and stamina. Superior gymnastic skills, really? For a psychiatrist. Okay. Total discard for human life. Like the Joker, she is homicidal, psychotic, who escapes easy classification. Yeah, but I got to read, mate, in case there are some people who don't want to read. If you don't want to hear this reading, you can read it yourself, pause, and there you go. But I'm just reading it for the other ones. So, but you gotta respect that. And the Penguin. The Penguin, one of Batman's oldest foes, is an eccentric criminal mastermind known as much for his love ornithology and trick umbrellas as for his shady business dealings. Gotham's popular Iceberg Lounge serves as a cobblepot's front with a number of illegal and cynical activities. The city's underworld, despite his short stature. The Penguin is a willy for those who umbrellas conceal a variety of deadly weapons and gadgets. Oh hey, King Joker, I'm just doing the interviews. Middle name Oswald Chesterfield Cobblepot. Occupation restaurant. Can't hard to say the word. Racketeer. Base of operations Gotham City. Eyes are blue. Hair is brown. Height 5 foot 2 inches. Weight is 175 pounds. First appearance Detective Comics, number 58, December 1941. Attributes: criminal and financial mastermind, expert hand-to-hand combatant, driven by a need to prove himself on spite of his comical appearance, employs various weapons, many based on umbrellas and birds. Two-Face, gotta love Two-Face. Comments, okay. Are you going to play the tapes wrong? I've already done those, mate. I've already done the tapes, you just missed them, sorry mate. The only ones you haven't missed is the Amadeus Arkham stuff. Alright, story. District Attorney Harvey Dent was one of the Batman's strongest allies in Gotham City until a criminal threw acid in Dent's face, hideously scarring him. The wounds fractured his eye, and he was reborn as a side-sourced criminal mastermind, obsessed with duality. His former good-luck charm, a two-headed trick silver dollar, was damaged on one side in the attack, and then has seized on it as a reflection of his half-scared visage. He flips it to decide the fate of his victims. Despite Batman's efforts to reform his former ally, Dent is consumed by his fixation on chance, and his crimes are designed to prove out his diametric physiology. God damn this word. Psychology. Ugh. I'm not gonna pronounce it. Right. Philosophy. I give up. Ugh. Philosophy. Yes. Now it comes to me. Real name Harvey Dent. Professional occupation, professional criminal. Base of operations Gotham City. Weight 182 pounds. First appearance Detective Comics number 66, August 1942. Attributes. Hideously scarred on the left half of his face, which he plays up with clothing that's differently styled on one side. Extremely skilled with his weapons and choice twin .45 automatics. Psychotic obsession with duality, designing crimes around the number 2. Differs to his half-scarred coin in choices of life or death. And we next have Prometheus, who I have no idea who this guy is. The story, a dark reflection of Batman, really. Prometheus, policeman right in front of him. Dedicating his life to destroying the law, Prometheus traveled the world and trained the ways of murder. Clad in an armored suit that maximizes his natural skills, he is a master of assassins whose physical and mental abilities rival Batman's own. Oh, good. It's nice to know a similar character. Real name unknown. Occupation, professional criminal. Base operations, Gotham City. Eyes are brown. Hair is white. Height 6 feet. Weight 180 pounds. And, of course, first appearance, Prometheus, number 1, December 1997. Oh, that's my birth year. And attributes are pathological need to kill law officers. Trained to peak physical and mental levels. Arsenal of weapons and deadly gadgets. Next is the Great White Shark, like an underrated version of the Black Mask. Some he's even in there. Didn't have Black Mask? What the hell? Okay, story. A crooked financier who stole millions of dollars, Warren White, or he scored a legal victory when his insanity plan went through, but he got to Arkham Asylum, he realized his mistake. Driven insane by the other inmates, he was also disfigured by an encounter with Mr. Freeze that left him without hair, nose, ears, or lips. Calling himself the Great White Shark, he filed his teeth into fangs to more perfectly resemble his new namesake. Putting his financial skills to use, he has become a major player in Gotham's underground crime scene, running a number of rackets from the cell in Arkham. Real name Warren White. Occupation professional criminal. Base of operations Gotham City. Eyes brown. Hair none. Height 5 feet 11 inches. Weight 180 pounds. And first appearance Arkham Asylum. Living Hell number 1, July 2003. Attributes: brilliant financial skills, which he uses for various crime purposes. Scarred of visage that makes him resemble a shark. Teeth sharpened into points. Next we have one of my favorite villains, the ventriloquist. He's not in my top 10, but he's like in the 20ish. Story. Arnold Wesker was a timid orphan whose deep repression erupted in a bathroom brawl, resulting in him being sent to Blackgate Prison. There he encountered the puppet Scarface and promptly murdered the man who'd carved the puppet. The two are now inseparable, with Scarface directing a series of criminal activities, while most believe Wesker is simply acting out a second personality for the puppet. Wesker sees himself as a reluctantly lackey who mercilessly does his puppet's bidding. So who do you think is in control out of the two? Do you think Wesker's in the driver's seat or is it Scarface? I think it might be Scarface. Real name Arnold Wesker. Occupation personal criminal. Base of operations Gotham City. Eyes are blue. Hair is brown. 5'7" on inches. Height and weight is 142 pounds. First appearance of Detective Comics issue 583, February 1988. Attributes: delusional, psychoventric, multiple personality disorder, obsessed with his puppet Scarface, whom he puppeteers with unsettling skill. When teamed with Scarface, the two operate a criminal mastermind. Okay, Professor Hugo Strange. Story. First gaining fame as a psychiatrist who declared that he'd fully analysed the Dark Knight from after Professor Hugo Strange lent credit to his own claims by deducing Batman's true identity as Bruce Wayne. However, his interest in the Batman turned into a deranged obsession, and he used the medical expertise to hatch a series of bizarre plots based around genetics and mind control in order to defeat the Batman and possibly take his place. Strange's fragile mental state that left him with intermittent knowledge of Batman's true identity, a fact that hangs over Bruce Wayne's head. For if Strange ever snaps completely, Batman's greatest secret might be revealed. That's an interesting interview, considering that he does know the identity, but Batman doesn't. So that's cool how it links up to Arkham City in a way. Real name Professor Hugo Strange, occupation psychiatrist, base operations Gotham City, eyes are grey. Hair is none. Is he blind then if his eyes are grey? Or it could be just me. Height 5'10", weight 160 pounds, and first appearance Detective Comics, number issue 36, February 1940. Attributes: trained to physical perfection, brilliant to psychological analyst, extensive knowledge of genetics, obsessed with Batman and Batman's secret identity, plagued by schizophrenic episodes that leave him confused and dangerous. Oh boy, this is a tough one. Oh, we did put Black Mask on here, cool. They answered my wishes. Story. Following the suspicious death of his multi-millionaire parents in a fire, Roman Zionis inherited their fortune and then went on to bankrupt their company. Saved by a buyout by Bruce Wayne, Zionis came to resent and hate Wayne. Fixated on the concept of masks, Zionis carved one from his father's black coffin and sought revenge. His ensuing battle with the Dark Knight caused his mask to be burnt onto his own skin, remaking him as the Black Mask. Zionis is now feared gang leader and one of the most powerful mob bosses in Gotham, without burning hatred of the Batman. Interesting how his mask comes. He has a mask. His mask is able to be removed in Arkham Origins, but I don't know about that. Real name: Roman Zionis. Occupation: professional criminal. Base operations: Gotham City. Eyes are brown. Hair is non. Height 6 feet 1 inch. Weight 195 pounds. First appearance: Batman, number issue 386, August 1985. Great Scott! Attributes: obsessed with masks, harbors a hatred of the Batman and Bruce Wayne, face resembles a black skull, feared and powerful mob boss, and skilled marksman known for his double handguns, because we have a lot of characters with those. Calendar Man. Story. Fixated on the calendar, Julian Day became Calendar Man, a villain who ironed and tied his crimes thematically to certain holidays throughout the year, often leaving clues by which he could be caught. Gotham City's hopes for a day are often clouded by the knowledge that any holiday or note is likely to be shadowed by the Calendar Man's appearance. Facts: real name Julian Day, occupation professional criminal, base operations Gotham City, eyes are blue, hair is brown, height 6 feet 3 inches, weight 175 pounds. First appearance Detective Comics, number 259, September 1958. Obsessed with quirks as of the calendar, carefully plans and themes crimes around the holidays. And that is row 1 done. Bruce Wayne. Born to the wealthy Wayne family, Bruce Wayne had idyllic childhood. Although he was given a strong sense of justice by the more moralistic and philanthropic parents, Thomas and Martha, after their violent murder at the hands of a mugger, Bruce dedicated his life to battling the criminal element that took their lives. He left Gotham for many years to train mental and physical abilities across the globe, finally returning to take up the mantle of the Dark Knight. Facts: real name Bruce Wayne, occupation CEO, philanthropist, base operations Gotham City, eyes are blue, hair is black, height 6 feet 2 inches, weight £210. First appearance, Detective Comics, number 27, May 1939. Attributes: trained to physical and mental peak, arsenal of gadgets, but is that the same? I think it's all the same, there's no point reading it then. It's the same character anyway. Oh, there we go, Oracle. For daughter of Gotham City Police Commissioner James W. Gordon, Barbara Gordon was forbidden by her overprotective father from joining the GCPD. Instead, she took on the identity of Batgirl and was a crime-fighting partner of Batman for years, but that all ended when the Joker shot her through the spine. Paralyzed from the waist down, confined her to a wheelchair. Barbara adopted the new identity of Oracle, and now aids the Dark Knight with her computer expertise, provided Batman with a constant stream of information from the field to aid his battle against crime. Kind of like another Alfred, if you will. Real name: Barbara Gordon. Occupation: information broker. Base operations: Gotham City. Eyes are blue. Hair is red. Height 11 inches. Weight 126 pounds. First appearance, Detective Comics, 359, January 1967. Is that for Batgirl though? Is that for Oracle? I don't know. Attributes: eidetic memory, almost total recall of everything in the sees and reads. Extensive headquarters in Gotham City's clock tower, filled with information and archives. Wow, that's cool. We created Gotham City's clock tower like an Arkham Knight. Cool. High level hacking computer skills. Alright, Jim Gordon. Oh, we're cracking on through these. How are we doing on comments? Yep, I'm doing well on comments. Alright, story. Police Commissioner James W. Gordon dedicated his career as a cleaning up of corruption in the Gotham City Police Department, a goal he has come a long way towards accomplishing. He has been equally tough on crime and the pursuit of making Gotham City safe for the citizens. Gordon has forged an uneasy alliance with Gotham's other top crime fighter, the mysterious vigilante known as the Batman. Real name: James W. Gordon. Occupation: Police Commissioner. Base operations: Gotham City. Eyes are blue. Hair white then formerly brown. Height 6 feet. Weight 180 pounds. And first appearance, Detective Comics, number 27, May 1939. Attributes: experienced police officer, trained criminologist, can't say these tongue twisters. Criminologist. There we go. Proficient in hand-to-hand fighting techniques. Expert marksman. Dr. Penelope Young. Penny Young was always a brilliant student who was prepared to do anything to advance professionally. She has built up a reputation for... No comment. Luke is the only one here in Joker low on health. Alright. That's fine. I'm still here going to do this. Where was I? Penny Young was also a brilliant student who was prepared to do anything to advance professionally. She has built up a reputation for being a cold, calculating woman, focused only on the project at hand. She was hired at Arkham Asylum by Warden Quincy Sharp to head up the asylum's research department and to finally restore sanity to those most dangerous, deranged of Gotham City's supervillains. Facts. Real name: Penelope Young. Occupation: head of research. Base operations: Arkham Asylum. Eyes are blue. Hair brunette. Height 5 feet 6 inches. Weight 121 pounds. And first appearance, Batman Arkham Asylum, summer 2009. Attributes: graduated from Gotham University with top honors, dedicated to the pursuit of psychiatric cure for various forms of criminal insanity, high focused on career ambitions, intolerant of people who get in the way of her work. The Riddler. Story. With an obsessed compulsive need for attention, Edward Nygma is determined to be the most outlandish of Gotham's criminals, concocting elaborate series of creating a mystery of the Dark Knight that will not be able to solve in time. Real name: Edward Nasherton, aka Edward Nygma. Occupation: professional criminal. Base operations: Gotham City. Eyes are blue. Hair is brown. Height 6 feet 1 inch. Weight 183 pounds. First appearance, Detective Comics, number 1 issue 140, October 1948. Attributes: genius intellect driven by the need to test his wits against the law enforcement by leaving clues to his planned crimes. Compulsive need for attention. Oh, here's my favorite character, Catwoman, yes. Story. An orphan who learned to survive on Gotham City streets. Selena Kyle took on the thievery to survive, but determined to do it in style. She learned martial arts and trained extensively to perfect her skills as a cat burglar. Her criminal activities are often tempered by the reluctant altruism, making her an inconstant villain and occasional hero. She regularly eludes capture by the Dark Knight and maintains a complicated, adversarial relationship with Batman that frequently turns from flirtatious and occasionally lamentably romantic. Facts. Real name Selena Kyle. Occupation professional thief. Base operations Gotham City. Eyes are green. Hair is black. Height 5 feet 7 inches. Weight 125 pounds. First appearance Batman #1. Spring 1940. Right. Attribute. Gymnast and athlete. Expert hand-to-hand combatant. High skill with her specialized whip. Cat o' nine tails. Capable of astonishing stealths. Obsessed with and adept at stealing famous well-protected items. Drawn to cat motifs. Bane. Imprisoned from birth to serve his dead father's sentence, Bane was raised in the horrific of environs of Santa Prisca prison. His only friend in the hellhole was a teddy bear he named Asita. Finding solace in smuggled books and meditation, he developed incredible powers and concentration when he was subjected to military experiments using a steroid codenamed Venom. His iron forged with helped him survive when other test subjects had died, and he managed to escape. Determined to prove his worth, he sought out Batman and broke the Dark Knight's spine. But Batman recovered and managed to beat Bane, cutting off the precious venom supply that transformed Bane into a superhuman. Facts. Real name unknown. Occupation professional criminal. Base operations Gotham City. Eyes brown. When on Venom green of course. Hair brown. Height 5 feet 6 inches. When on Venom 6 feet 8 inches. Weight 140 pounds. When on Venom 350 pounds. First appearance Batman Vengeance of Bane. Issue 1. January 1993. Attributes Master Strategist. Intense focus. Abnormally strong reaction to Venom, giving him incredible enhanced physical abilities. Determined to beat Batman and all others who challenge him. Jack Ryder. Jack Ryder is investigating reporter turned controversially talk show host, well known for his aggressive manner and his determination to get to the truth. What his viewers don't realize that he's also the Creeper, a gorgeously colored vigilante who Ryder can with effort turn into at will. Okay. Although at the point the Creeper's manic personality takes over, the Creeper is usually on the side of good and just barely on the side of sanity. Real name Jack Ryder. Occupation investigating reporter. Base operations Gotham City. Eyes blue, hair black. Height 6 feet. Weight 194 pounds. First appearance Showcase number 73, March 1968. Attributes: determined reporter, known for his aggressive pursuits of stories, famous for his controversial talk show. Secret identity of his alter ego, the Creeper. Right, next one. Story. A deranged gang leader, Maxi Zeus, came to believe himself an avatar on the Olympian god Zeus. Creating a cult of gang members to do his bidding, Zeus became a power player in the Gotham's underworld. His criminal activities are prepared by his army of the followers, and he believes overseen by the Greek gods themselves. Real name Maxi Zeus, professional criminal. Base operations Gotham City. Eyes are brown, hair brown, height 5 feet 6 inches, weight 133 pounds. First appearance Detective Comics, issue 483, May 1979. Attributes: driven by complex religious delusions, charismatic leader who has developed a long-standing cult, determined to extend his powerful reach and recruit new followers. You hear the names in the background, alright? Next is Ra's al Ghul. If you prefer Ra's al Ghul, but I prefer Ra's. Alright, story. Little is known of the early years of the nearly immortal Ra's al Ghul, whose name means the demon's head, but is known than he has lived for many centuries due to the Lazarus Pits, mystical and element Bruce that restores his youth. A brilliant master of strategy and organization, Ra's al Ghul's goal is to save Earth from ecological devastation by destroying most of its population. He recognizes Batman as both a worthy foe and a possible ally, except that Batman cannot accept his dystopic worldview. Batman also shares a love-hate relationship with Ra's daughter, that the beautiful Talia, and who you'll meet in Arkham City if you watch those videos. Real name unknown. I guess Ra's al Ghul's his real name. Occupation international terrorist. Base operations mobile. Eyes are green. Hair grey with white streaks. Height 6 feet 3 inches. Weight 210 pounds. First appearance Batman number 232, June 1971. Attributes: genius, intellect and strategist. Superior strength and stamina. Superb hand-to-hand combat trained over millennia. Did you know in Batman Arkham City when you fight Joker it's down over on I think it did. Overza, nearly immortal thanks to the Lazarus Pits, commands a legion of flowers dedicated to bringing his vision on earthly paradise infiltration. Next we have Killer Moth. Drewy Walker was a minor criminal who adopted the identity of Cameron Van Cleer, a master criminal who in turn masqueraded as the costumed supervillain Killer Moth. He is a hired gun for Gotham's gangsters, but his ingenious weaponry, including his cocoon gun, does not protect him from the regular defeat at the hands of the Batman. Real name: Drewy Walker, aka Cameron Van Cleer. Occupation: virtual criminal. Hello Arkham Knight. Base operations Gotham City. Eyes brown, hair brown, height 5 feet 9 inches, weight 155. First appearance Batman number 63, March 1951. Attributes: obsessed with fame and identity change, skilled inventor, immoral, motivated by feelings and insecurity, identity to the criminal activities in attempt to notoriety. Alright. And next we have the Ratcatcher. Wow, they're throwing in all minor villains. Once employed as an theatrical rat catcher in Gotham, Otis Flanagan soon started using his natural gift as an insanity with an ability to control rats to stage a variety of crimes. Eventually his control over the vermin grew until he threatened Gotham City with a veritable army of rodents. Incarcerated many of them times at Blackgate, he is able to do as much damage within prison as without, using his loyal pets to relay messages and transport marshals inside the maze of vegetation, ducts that wind throughout the giant prison. You are trying to get soft, aren't you? Real name: Otis Flanagan. Occupation: virtual criminal. Base operations Gotham City. Eyes blue, hair brown, height 5 feet 11 inches, weight 155 pounds. First appearance Detective Comics number 585, April 1988. Attributes: throughout knowledge of Gotham's sewer system, blackout prisons layout, early ability to well communicate with and command all rats, overvalues rodent life, especially in comparison to human life. Same as Poison Ivy, basically. Next we have Killer Moth. A pyromaniac, Garfield Lynns began as a petty criminal, but as soon as graduated is made to major crimes, centering around arson, torturing huge parts of Gotham in the process, but his fires soon raged out of control, leaving him horribly scarred by one of his own blazes. His body is almost fully covered with burns, and he now wears a full-body flamed retardant suit when he's out pursuing the criminal interests between bouts of incarceration and blackouts. So that's why he looks like that in Arkham Knight. Okay. Real name: Garfield Lynns. Occupation: virtual criminal. Base operations Gotham City. Eyes blue, hair white with black temples. Height 5 feet 11 inches, weight 165 pounds. First appearance Detective Comics number issue 184, June 1952. Attributes: through knowledge of the flammable agents, extensive arsenal of fire-cradling weapons, scarred over 90% of his body, Jesus, and a Sciocious path of intense pyromania. Oof. Amadeus Arkham. Right, Amadeus Arkham, founder of the Elizabeth Arkham Asylum for the criminal insane, named it after his mother, whom he infused as treatment for his dementia. Building on his own grounds of his family historic mansion on the outskirts of Gotham, Amadeus personally treated his first patient, Martin Mad Dog Hawkins, who had killed Amadeus' wife and daughter. After administering fatal electroshock treatments to Hawkins, Amadeus lost all grip on his sanity and admitted his own situation. Real name, Amadeus Arkham. Occupation, psychiatrist, base operations, Gotham City. Eyes blue, hair brown, height 5'11 inches, weight 175 pounds. First appearance, Batman, number issue 258, October 1974. Attributes, highly respected psychiatrist until his fall into insanity. Heir to the Arkham land and fortune, and delusional schizopathic fear. Schizometric, whatever. Last row. Thomas and Martha Wayne. Thomas Wayne was a gifted surgeon and the heir to the Wayne fortune. Dedicated to the philanthropy as much as medicine, he and his wife Martha were well known and respected in Gotham. Martha Wayne shared his husband Thomas's charitable nature and was dedicated to his son Bruce's upbringing. She was well regarded in Gotham City's social circles and helped host lavish charitable balls at Wayne Manor. The tragic murder at the hands of the desperate burglar Joe Chill in Gotham City's crime alley shook the city to the core and led to the years of the urban blight, as it also inspired their son Bruce to eventually become the Batman. Facts. Real name, Thomas and Martha Wayne, of course. Occupation, doctor and philanthropist. Base operations, Gotham City. Eyes blue and brown. Hair black and brown. Height 6 feet 1 inch. 5 feet 8 inches. Weight 180 pounds. 135 pounds for Martha. First appearance, the comics, issue 33, November 1939. Attributes. Highly gifted and well-trained surgeon. Heir to the Wayne family fortune. Dedicated philanthropist. Mother to Bruce Wayne and wife to Thomas Wayne. Okay, what about Bruce Wayne then? Where's Thomas Wayne's stuff? Okay, just Martha. And then we have Alfred Pennyworth. Alfred Pennyworth, after a varied career, was unemployed at Wayne family's butler when Bruce Wayne's parents were killed. Alfred raised the young orphan and reluctantly aided him in the quest to become the Batman. His many skills, ranging from cooking to medicine, making him one of Batman's staunchest allies, along with a formal demeanor that grounds the Dark Knight and deflects that who might otherwise suspect the Bruce Wayne's true identity. Real name, Alfred Pennyworth. Occupation, valet. Base of operations, Gotham City. Eyes blue, hair black. Height 6 feet, weight 160 pounds. First appearance, Batman, number issue 16, April 1943. Alfred Pennyworth is amazing. Attributes, skilled actor, trained in emergency medical techniques, proficiency of medical and computer systems, expert to domestic sciences, unflappable manner. Unlike Batman, Alfred is willing to wield firearms in times of crisis. Damn right he is. Sorry if I'm reading this crappy. I'm doing the best I can with it. Aaron Cash. One of the most senior respected guards at Arkham, Cash is only afraid of one inmate, Killer Croc. And that, of course, is who severely wounded Cash's once during a riot at the asylum. Crash remains determined, however, to keep the asylum's inmate under control and to conquer his fears of Croc. Real name, Aaron Cash. Occupation, Arkham Asylum guard. Base operations, Gotham City. Eyes brown, hair black. Height 6 feet, weight 185 pounds. First appearance, Arkham Asylum, Living Hell, number issue, July 2003. Attributes, great physical strength, excellent reflexes, one of the most experienced guards at Arkham, lasting anonymity with Killer Croc. And next we move on to Zsasz. Okay, a true sociopath, Zsasz grows up in a life of ease, but nonetheless becomes a serial killer, indiscriminate in his prey, body count in his only thing that matters in Zsasz. He takes pleasure in his arranging on the corpses of his victims in his light possesses before carving a mark for each of his victims into his own body. He is saving a special spot just for the Batman. Facts: real name Victor Zsasz, occupation professional criminal, base operations Gotham City, eyes blue, hair blonde. He just had hair, really? Okay, spoiled to me. Height 5'8" inches, weight 150 pounds, and first appearance is Batman Shadow of the Bat. Issue number 1, June 1992. Attributes: sociopath with no regard for human life. No pattern of killing, making him difficult to track. Compulsive need to kill others. And now we move on to Poison Ivy. Botanist Pamela Isley was transformed by a science experiment gone wrong into a plant-human hybrid with a chlorophyll flowing through her veins instead of blood. She developed a toxic touch and a pheromone fluid talent of seduction. Her crimes have become more illogical focused as she has increasingly abandoned her human side, identifying more with her natural world. Her unique brand of eroticism often puts her into the conflicts with the Batman, whose iron will usually protects him from her seductive powers. Facts: real name Pamela Lillian Isley, professional criminal, base operations Gotham City, eyes hair red, height 5'8" inches, weight 115 pounds. Well, she's gone on the diet. His parents: Batman 181, June 1966. And attributes are an ability to encourage and direct the growth of all plant life. Plant genes mixed in with her DNA make her an unpredictable and formidable physical opponent. Executing natural pheromones that enable her to take control of her victims. Skin reacts to toxin that can make her touch deadly. Pathological drive to rid the world of humanity and make it safe for plant life. Let's check comments. What's up, Stormy? Alright. Victor Fries was a brilliant cryogenicist whose beloved wife Nora was stricken with a fatal disease, the generic disease. He placed her in a suspended animation while obsessively searching for a way to cure her, but the corporation that funded his research on Nora's life pulled the plug, triggering with an accident that transformed Freeze's body into the cold-blooded form that must always be kept below zero. A normal room temperature will kill him. Wielding a number of freezing weapons, he wears protective armor in a quest to somehow bring back his lovely wife and avenge her fate, which he partly holds the Batman responsible for. Real name Dr. Victor Fries, professional occupation, base operation Gotham City, eyes blue, hair non, height 6 feet, weight 190 pounds, first appearance Batman number issue 121, February 959. Oh, cool. Attributes: scientific genius with a especially in cryogenics, employs an extensive array of cryoweaponry. His body was being altered to survive a sub-freezing state, wears a protective freezing armor whenever he's out in sub-zero climate, and motivated by his grief and anger over the fate of his wife Nora. Next is the Scarecrow. After that there's only a few left. No. Taunted and bullied as a youth, Jonathan Crane vowed to overcome his fears through the study of psychological and biochemistry. Kicked out of his university for experimenting on human subjects, Crane then adopted the identity of the Scarecrow and armed himself with a specialized fear-inducing gas that makes a person depressed. Physical phobias becomes frighteningly real. His ongoing criminal reign of terror, making him one of the Batman's most psychological dangerous foes. Facts: real name Jonathan Crane, occupation professional criminal, base operations Gotham City, eyes blue, hair brown, height 6 feet, weight 140 pounds, first appearance World's Finest Comics. And that's issue number 3 for 1941. Attributes: master of psychological and chemistry, creator of fear-inducing gas, and motivated by the obsessive need to create fears in others. Next is Scarface. Oh boy. Gotham's Blackgate Penitentiary once had a gallows tree from which 313 criminals' death sentences were hinged. The wood from puppets from the wood. The tree was whittled by an inmate into the puppet Scarface. That the inmate was murdered by Arnold Wesker, and a man who soon fell under the Scarface's influence. While most believe that Scarface is simply a tool through which Wesker, as the criminal mastermind, is the ventriloquist, acts out as a dark side to the personality. Wesker himself believes that Scarface is possessed by the souls who die beneath the gallows tree, and the puppet actually motivates him to commit the dude's many crimes. Real name Scarface, occupation professional criminal, base operations Gotham City, eyes black, really, hair black, height 2 feet 6 inches, weight 15 pounds. First appearance, Detective Comics, issue number 583, February 1988. Attributes: puppet animated with eerie verticalized by the ventriloquist. Frequently wields undersized but lethal weaponry, but when teamed with the ventriloquist, acts as an odd-styled mob boss with a sociopath disguise for human life. Okay. Next we have Hush. Tommy Elliot and Bruce Wayne were childhood friends and unknown to Bruce, dark reflections of each other and childhood sociopath. Elliot tried to kill his parents so he could inherit their fortune when his plan failed, partly due to her surgical skills to Thomas Wayne. Bruce's father, Elliot, blamed Bruce, an incredible skilled surgeon. As an adult, Elliot planned to liberate the revenge scheme on the Batman. He disguised himself as the villain Hush, his face covered in bandages, but he was in the end defeated and unmasked by the Dark Knight. Hush still plots revenge against Batman, generating complicated schemes and surgical precision. Really? Because that's confusing, because in Arkham City he's never met Hush, okay? Real name Tommy Elliot. Occupation surgeon, base operations Gotham City. Eyes are brown, hair reddish brown, height 6 feet 3 inches, weight 225 pounds. First appearance Batman issue 609, January 2003. Attributes: great size, physical strength, augmented by a hatred of Bruce Wayne. World-class surgeon capable of extraordinary medical breakthroughs and master of disguise, determined to destroy Bruce Wayne. Next is the Mad Hatter. Oh boy. Obsessed from a young age with Lewis Carroll's book Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, Jeffrey Tetch, an expert hypnotist, embraced a delusion that he was the incarnation of a character in the story, the Mad Hatter. Using the skills for mesmerism, the Mad Hatter had committed many crimes not often themed around the book that inspired him, and his love of hats and headgear, going so far to implant the hats with mind control chips to amplify his hypnosis skills above all over the headwear. However, he covers Batman's distinctive cowl and will stop at nothing to acquire it. Real name Jeffrey Tetch, occupation official criminal, base operations Gotham City, eyes are blue, hair red, height 4 feet 11 inches, weight 115 pounds. First appearance Batman number issue 49, November 1948. Attributes: master of hypnotism and mind control, obsessed with hats, especially one of the chimes, delusional symmetry and explanation on Alex in Wonderland. Okay. And next we have Clayface. Thank God. Okay, Clayface, entirely an actor in horror films. Carlo went mad when he learned a classic film of his was to be remade with a different actor of lead role. He took on the mask of his film's villain, Clayface, and killed several of the remake's cast and crew before he being stopped by Batman and Robin. Later, Carlo joined the Mud Pack, an alliance of shape-changing mutated villains, who had subsequently used the name Clayface. While the group was defeated, Carlo tricked his allies and injected himself with the sense several of them, becoming a superhuman embedded with the abilities to change shape, melt others into protoplasm, have a touch, and mimic the powers of heroes and villains he copies. Real name Basil Carlo, occupation professional criminal, base operations Gotham City, eyes red, hair height 6 feet 5 inches, weight 265 pounds. First appearance Detective Comics, issue 40, June 1940. Attributes: can alter his physical form, adopting the appearance of nearly anyone. His malleable physical form makes him extremely difficult to conjure or contain. His touch can be poisonous. Okay, we're nearly done. Humpty Dumpty, an obsessed bull nicknamed Humpty Dumpty for his egg-like form. Humphrey Dumpler is obsessed with taking things apart and putting them back together. His crimes first were minor break-ins, leading to small mechanical items no longer functioning due to Dumpler's inability to reassemble them after taking them apart. But soon his obsession grew to the point that the major disasters occurred into Gotham. Dumpler's crimes also extended into gruesome attempts to fix his abusive grandmother by dismembering her and then attempting to Frankenstein her like reassembly. At Arkham, he is modelled in his quiet nature and impulsive physical ensured him to the madness in surrounding himself. Criminal base operations, Gotham City. Eyes brown hair, height 6.6 feet 3 inches, weight 345 pounds. First appearance, Arkham Asylum, Living Hell, issue number 1, July 2003. Attributes: extreme tall, all heavy and strong. Possesses an almost unnatural, quiet, deliberate nature. Realized childhood abuse that led to several case and arrests. Development and inability of Amalite into modern society. Obsessed with processes of disassembly and reassembly. And that, oh man, we have one more, just one more. Tweedledum and Tweedledee, cousins in uncanny resemblance to each other, Diva and Dumfries. We both shared criminal leanings and fixation of Lewis Carroll's Alice in Wonderland. Teaming up, they've modelled themselves into Tweedledum and Tweedledee from the book, planning them after the outrageous abstruse schemes to trap the Batman. Real name: Diva and Dumfries Weed. Occupation: racial criminals. Base operations: Gotham City. Eyes brown, hair brown. Height 5 feet 9 inches. Weight 175 pounds. Appearance: Detective Comics 74. April 1943. Attributes: obsession of Alice in Wonderland. Skilled criminal masterminds. Despite their cousins could pass as identical twins. Am I making a video after this? I don't know. We'll see. Last one. Quincy, the spirit of Arkham. Quincy Sharp has long been hiding a secret. Doctors had previously diagnosed him with a psychological personality disorder, but he chose to ignore it. How could someone of his importance be ill like the dogs in Asylum? On the taking over the administration of Arkham Asylum, Sharp became obsessed with the hidden writings of nowadays Arkham. As he read more of these memoirs, he became almost two people, one dedicated to curing Gotham, the other desiring only to eradicate the evil of insanity from Arkham. In his demented state that he has stalked and killed patients, his ultimate goal being to kill the Joker. It is possibly the relational side of his personality. It's not even aware of the dark destructive force within him. Facts: real name: Quincy Sharp. Occupation: execution of wow. Base operations: Arkham Island. Eyes blue, hair grey, height 5 feet 8 inches, weight 198 pounds. Defense: Batman unit of the game. And of course, attributes: intent and dedication to clearing up Arkham. An alternate personality that he's prepared to kill patients to facilitate his cure. Contempt to discussing all forms of physical disorder to restrict its self-loathing. And now it's time for the Spirit of Arkham tapes.
I am the spirit of Amadeus Arkham. Through my actions, I have saved this cursed city, though my own curse is to forever remain in the shadows. My story is carved into the very soul of Arkham, and will only be revealed to those dedicated enough to discover it.
That was deciphered message number 1. Deciphered message number 2.
My family's blood ran through the heart of Gotham. We were doctors, politicians, and teachers. We have been the organ cleaning the arterial filth from the city. We have been its servants, giving all to protect it. And still it has chosen to hurt us.
Deciphered message number 3.
As Gotham's veins slowly filled with pain and suffering, The effects were felt everywhere. My father fell first, infected by some foul disease. My mother lived on, but only in a dream. I returned to the family home to care for her, where she remained in her bed for as long as her body continued to breathe. Her tears kept me awake at night.
Number 4.
My journey lasted little over a month. Visiting academics in both Metropolis and Keystone, I was exposed to a wealth of new ideas. I began my day returning home in good spirits, eager to see my wife and family. I ended it kneeling in their blood, broken fragments of my life pouring through dripping red fingers.
Number 5.
I returned to my work, but I could not shake the pictures from my mind. I should have been repulsed, but I was more eager than ever to find an explanation for why someone would do this.
Number 6.
They brought the animal before me, shameless and barking like a mad dog. For what felt like days, I endured his boasts. He took pleasure recounting his actions, cataloguing his depraved crimes. What should have been revenge turned to pity. This poor dog needed my help.
Number 7.
The island changed little over the years. Its reputation was in tatters, but I vowed to fix it. As the buildings were rebuilt, I saw the future. A bright, wonderful future.
Number 8.
New brick, metal and paint covered old wounds. Fresh blood was injected into the body. Bright new minds came, and all swore to uphold our promises. We all knew we were the ones to fix this city, and the city would thank us.
Number 9.
My family's killer stood in front of me. Years of therapy have deemed him sane. I was proud to see him walk free. In exchange for his liberty, the state required only a signature. He talked about wanting to walk in a park, how he longed to feel fresh air on his face. And then he took my father's fountain pen and killed my secretary. As he was subdued, he screamed out, pleading for forgiveness, for pity. But I had none. I watched as guards beat him to a stain on the floor.
Number 10.
Spring was a turning point, a new beginning, a glorious realization of my true destiny. My family's killer perished in an unfortunate accident. These animals cannot be cured. Like dogs, they only respond to discipline. Around my island, I passed by the penitentiary and felt nauseous at the thought of the filth it contained. And in the distance I saw lights. No doubt boats bringing more filthy degenerates to my city. I swore again to protect her from this darkness.
Number 12.
I argued with the latest group of young, eager doctors. They bored me with theories and ideas, proving that they had no theories on how to cure these animals. Only one shared my vision. I offered her the chance to explore her dreams. She accepted. We'll make a good team.
Number 13.
The Gotham police dragged a new patient to the island. They said he was responsible for the disappearance of hundreds of the city's vagrants. As I looked at his disgusting body, all scales and teeth, my mind ran free, dreaming of delicious punishments to break this monster. Doctors gathered around, poking it, examining, but only I knew what would cure him, once and for all.
Number 14.
The beast was too strong. His animal savagery nearly cost me my life. I took my frustrations out on a lone patient. His case notes suggested he was a paranoid schizophrenic. His pleas, as I beat him to death, suggested much more. His confessions were illuminating. My path was clear.
Number 15.
Every day I found the patients more distracting. Their insane mutterings and constant twitching disgusted me. There was only one way to cure this evil. Only one way to purify the city and ensure its future. I needed to prepare myself. I needed to be ready.
Number 16.
I had a sudden pang of conscience. I sought counsel from my priest on the choices I had made. I asked him if it was a sin to kill in order to save a life. The holy man said all life was sacred, but a judgment would not be upon my soul if I acted to save another. I left the confessional with my soul uplifted, convinced more than ever I am doing a service not only to mankind, but to God as well.
Number 17.
I watched in silence as he brought in the woman. Her skin now a venomous green. The wanton creature no longer looked like a human being, much less a woman. The Bible says, "Suffer not a witch to live." Yet he has once again delivered this female atrocity to our care. Once I have dealt with the monster, I think it will be time to see if green wood does, in fact, burn.
Number 18.
Sitting in the darkness outside of his cell, I watched the crazed twitching, listened to the disgusting words that came from his mouth. How can I let a dirty animal like this live? He is the cancer I have sworn to protect the city from.
Number 19.
Curse me for a fool. How could I not see it until now? The monster had a confederate. I hid in the darkness near his cell and saw with my own eyes one of the doctors whispering to him. She looked at him through the transparent barrier with tenderness, with, dare I say, desire. My skin crawled with revulsion as she kissed the glass. Fighting the urge to dash the woman's head through the glass, I let her continue. The damnable clown might have shared secrets with her that would be useful once the mad dog has been executed. I'm sure the woman will reveal what she knows to me. If not willingly, then certainly under electronic persuasion. After that, a lobotomy, I think. Unfortunate for one so young. but her lust has put the reputation of Arkham at stake. Yes, a lobotomy. The very thing. There is no other way to ensure her silence in this regrettable matter.
Number 20.
Yet again, I found myself watching him. No one can provide a cure. He laughs in the face of those who try. Amadeus would not have let him live. And neither should I. One last sip of cognac, and I was ready.
Number 21.
He watched as I entered the cell. He smiled as I showed him the knife. I told him how I will use it, how I will cleanse this city. And then, terror. I was paralyzed. I struggled. I screamed, but I was silent. The monster looked at me, expressionless. He ran my blade slowly across my forehead. A smile cracked across his horrible porcelain face, and I heard the filth fall from his mouth. He laughed and called me that horrible name.
Number 22.
It must have been Crane. Another one who doesn't deserve to live. Why do these people thrive on chaos? Joker, in particular, desired anarchy. And since his escape will no doubt wreak it upon my city, I feel this is the end for my diary. Joker will be recaptured. My story will be told. I am not afraid. If Arkham becomes my cell, then I will know I did my best. I will be remembered.
Number 23.
I am the spirit of Amadeus Arkham. Even though Amadeus had long since passed, his spirit lived on, surviving, moving through the walls of his asylum. When it chose me, I felt proud. I was honored to continue his work, to cleanse this city. If you are strong-willed enough to follow my tales, you are strong-minded enough to deduce my identity. Come and find me, friend. Together, we will save Gotham. My name is Quincy Sharp, the spirit of Amadeus Arkham. You have done well to decipher my story, and I pray it has helped you on your path. I trust that through my writings you will do what is right. Please, I implore you, continue my work. This city deserves a savior. Continue my work.
And that was the final message to Batman. And thus, here is the secret room. I was never managed to get into this room, but now I have. The secret room to Arkham City. Now here's the plans and... Isn't looking good, is it? Isn't looking good. What's this little thing? Alright, and that is the secret to Arkham City. Well, I'm stopping it there, guys. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I really did hope you enjoyed my playthrough on Batman Returns Arkham Asylum. This will be the last video for this one, as I can tell. And before I'll be doing Arkham City and doing all the rest of their side missions. So this is a full game walkthrough done. There'll be no more Batman Returns Arkham Asylum. It's been fun, it really has. I'm glad to have met all you guys on this adventure, and thank you for subscribing to my channel. It's really been a blast doing this. Thank you for reaching me to 48 subs now. You guys are amazing. You're just the best. And now I'm going to close this off and wrap it up. But don't you worry guys, there will be more videos coming along the way. I don't know what yet, you just have to wait and find out and see. I will do Arkham City, don't worry, no, I will do that. And till then, guys, good gaming, God bless, and peace.